Welcome back to the Ambition Over Fear portal. I'm Atlas Opia, and I help people expand their interdimensional knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing how to trust your manifestations are coming, even when you feel impatient, even when there is fear coming up that it's not going to happen. And you're in that transition period between your old timeline and the new version of yourself. If you're back on this video, or if you enjoy content that discusses how our spiritual consciousness affects the functionality of our day-to-day lives and how to get behind the mechanics so you can change them, subscribe to this channel. And if you enjoy the video, like and comment down below what has been your experience when you're waiting for your manifestation to occur, and how you develop more trust in the process and what's coming. So you just deciding that you want something, you believing in your heart that you're here as a creator and not a victim to this matrix, is already placing you in a position where your soul is opening up and bringing in experiences and energy and people and thoughts and creativity that is truly going to lead you into a timeline where you're aligned with your soul's greatest good. Because for the longest time, we have felt as a species like life is happening to us, and that no matter how hard we swim, there is the resistance holding us back, and we feel as if there's a level of discouragement behind our creations. And that's why you were thrusted into new levels of awareness, and the people that were meant to experience their creative powers on earth were sent through an awakening or an ascension or a effort to expand consciously. Because in that moment you realize that you have manifested everything in your life unconsciously and consciously. And that is not being said to put blame or guilt on anything you have manifested that has disempowered you. What it does is it gives you the position of empowerment that you are creating everything. Now, what you create might affect you differently, and you might want to create things that are more aligned with your greatest good and your desires and truly your most deep potential. The fact that you are creating everything, and just by you being a soul in a body in this simulation, you're able to take the energy going through the universe, translate it into your soul and through a body, and then it manifests, which means it becomes something you can touch and see in the physical form. So first, recognize that no matter where you're at, you are a creator. Now, to change what you're creating is truly looking at this matrix in a way where you see it as an opportunity for your formless soul to take form. It is a canvas, and the paintbrush is your imagination. And even though we're getting to experience everything in a solid form, so our soul that is in a body can experience what has been created in the third dimension and in a third dimensional format, everything is not as solid as you may think it is. Because we are experiencing life from multiple streams of consciousness at one time. As I always say, psychology is great, but it is one side of a third dimensional cube. So whenever you're going through something, realize that there are multiple things happening at one time to make that experience actually real to you, to get you to connect to something in the universe. So that position of feeling as if everything is solid is your body and the identity that you're living through in that body are getting to experience. But your interdimensional self, your imagination, and the part of you that knows you're connected to the entire power of the universe, because your soul is the universe. It is just a unique container for the universe to experience itself from. And that's what every soul is. It's the universe getting to experience itself in an individualistic manner. So every soul with their own unique thoughts, identities, and reincarnations push the universe and get it to expand. So you are not separate from the powers that exist in the galactic realms. The only thing convincing you that you are separate is your mind, because there are programmed thoughts that have created a cycle of being in which you relate to yourself and the world around you in a certain way. So how do you trust that your manifestation is going to occur? First, you be more gentle on yourself. Because even though your imagination can see the reality you're wanting to create, it can feel the manifestations, it can tap into the timeline that you're wanting to merge into, that place where you're experiencing all of that is of a higher dimension, the fifth and above. And in that realm, energy moves quicker, the wavelengths that create energy are higher, and it's more quick to manifest, because that's how that dimension functions. Because manifesting in your higher dimension is just having a solidified experience in your imagination while you're trusting it. But in order for it to actually become solid and transfer into the third dimension, that high-paced energy has to translate into the pace of energy that is running in the third. And the third dimension is much slower, the wavelengths are smaller, and energy is slowed down. So it will take time for the energy from your imagination that you're seeing in the quantum field of what you want to create to translate into physical matter. And during that time, you can truly remember that you don't need anything in the external world to make you feel safe, complete, and happy. The emotions you know you're going to feel when you have your manifestation occur, try your best to feel it now. And if you need help, think of that manifestation and the emotions that come with it, and then realize that you have access to that emotion whenever you want, and practice summoning that emotional frequency through your day-to-day experiences by looking at the world through a sense of curiosity, a sense of gratitude and wonder, and really going deep into what you are already experiencing in your environment. By using your third eye and thinking to yourself, what are all the layers of energy that have to come together in the metaphysical world for this solid thing that I'm seeing to become real? And so instead of you looking at a plant, now you're looking at the branches in the plant and how inside the branch may look, and the leaves and how energy distributes in the leaves. And you realize that you have that sense of entertainment wherever you are, if you're able to let go of the fact that you need something in order to validate your power. The fact that you're able to actually think of this timeline that you're wanting to move into, and you're already able to feel the emotions that come from it, it means that you already have split that parallel reality into the quantum field just by thinking of it and feeling the emotions that come with it. So that is powerful. All you're doing is waiting on it to translate in the physical realm based on the right things to come into place, based on you being able to receive it and the things you need to heal for that thing to become real. So there is just a level of respecting the process, but also reminding yourself when has been the greatest blessings in your life that have taken you down a completely different path. When has your mind not known what to do, and then you get a result much greater than what your mind actually anticipated? Because for me, that has happened a lot. I have been in situations where my greatest levels of growth, truth, authenticity, and rebirth have come from unexpected people, situations, thoughts, ways of viewing things, ways of being creative. Trust the creative process of life and take it day by day. And when you're doing the work for your manifestation, when you do that, you tell the quantum field, as I'm doing this work, the energy is coursing throughout the universe, and the universe is sending me back all the energy that I need for this to happen. The universe is me. I am the universe. All I have to do is set that energy forward. Believe this is the story I am living, and let go long enough to really be surprised. Count on the surprise when your manifestations come from the unknown. That's what you want to feel into and look for. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this video. I love that you're taking the time to expand your consciousness and really dive into the realms of your own being so you can have a better experience on Earth. I make videos every Tuesday and Thursday. If you have enjoyed this one, definitely subscribe to get more articulate guides on how to apply your spiritual knowledge in a practical way so you can truly live out your galactic mission. And if you're trying to find out what your galactic mission is, or you already know it, but the steps forward seem foggy and you feel in your heart as if you're supposed to level up, there is a level of information that your heart and soul knows, but your mind doesn't really realize yet, then take my galactic quantum coaching, because it is there where I truly take these concepts of interdimensional knowledge, which allow you to bridge your body and the identity your body is living out and your soul into one. And I break down the mechanics of the universe in a way so when you need to heal or create in any dimension in the universe, depending on what your creativity is calling for, you can know different step-by-step skills to do that can get you there. If you're curious on learning about my collection of interdimensional skills, take the coaching, and then in the actual description there is a quiz you can take if you're just curious on the skills you may not know you have. All right, everybody, stay in power, simplicity. Know that you are powerful regardless of you needing the validation from your external world, and that power comes into what you want to create. All right.